You won't believe what happened in episode 4. Alright, Hollow Scrollers, stop right there. Did you miss episode 4 of Skeleton Crew? Or maybe you're still trying to figure out why there's a giant cannon on a school roof, why child soldiers are now just a thing, or what the heck this title even means? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Stick around because in the next few minutes I'm breaking it all down. Plus I've got some hot theories, wild predictions, and oh yeah, a shameless plug you're not gonna want to skip. Trust me, this recap is more exciting than Neil trying to find peace in a galaxy that's 90% war. Let's get into it.
Dialing numbers through the galaxy's grip. Raven's wit flies faster than any ship. Sarcastic whispers on the comlink call. Inside scoops echo in the docking hall. Star Wars tale spun in her lair. Witty rhymes bounce through the air. Skeleton Crew takes flight tonight. Wild theories in the neon light. Hollow hotline, catch the wave. Raven's theories you'll crave. Lightspeed rumors, no delay. Join the chat, let's hear her say. Jedi myths.
Welcome back, Nerf herders, to Raven Witchwood's Hollow Hotline recap show. The one place in the galaxy where I, your favorite snarky space witch, recap Skeleton Crew so you don't have to watch it twice. Today we're tackling episode 4, which is somehow titled Can't Say I Remember No At Achrann. Yeah, I can't say I remember what the title is supposed to mean either. But hey, here we are. Let's dive in. So, the episode kicks off with our scrappy crew landing on what they think is their home planet. Spoiler alert, it's not. Instead, they're on a random knockoff world called At Achrann. Think of it as the galactic dollar store version of a homecoming. Naturally, they find themselves smack dab in the middle of a clan war because, you know, it's Star Wars. If there aren't explosions or morally ambiguous battles every 5 minutes, are we even watching the same franchise? And speaking of morally ambiguous, this planet decided to spice things up with child soldiers. That's right, folks. Nothing screams wholesome family entertainment like kids wielding blasters and fighting over resources. Honestly, it's like someone took the Galactic Senate's worst nightmare and said, but what if it was cute? Spoiler, it's not. Neil, bless his little heart, decides he's had enough of all this war nonsense and just wants a little peace and quiet. To which I say, Neil, sweetie, you're in Star Wars. Peace and quiet are about as common as a Wookiee who shaves. Good luck with that. Now, let's talk about the real star of the show. The giant cannon sitting on a school roof. Yes, you heard me right. A school roof. Because when you think education, you obviously think heavy artillery. Classic At Achrann. Now, this thing is just screaming Chekhov's cannon. Like, you know it's going to fire in a future episode. Maybe it'll save our heroes. Maybe it'll blast them into next week. Who knows? Either way, I'm here for it. Now, let's talk predictions, because what's a recap show without wildly irresponsible speculation? First up, fans are betting the crew will come back to At Achrann by episode 7. Why? Because clearly, once you find a planet with a giant cannon and child soldiers, you have to return. It's practically in the contract. Oh, and before we go any further, let's take a quick hyperspace jump to cinetechfandom.shop. That's right, folks. If you love Skeleton Crew, you'll love our exclusive merch. Grab this I Survived Skeleton Crew Adventures Barely t-shirt and show the galaxy you're just as tough as our favorite crew of chaos. It's soft, stylish, and perfect for dodging lasers or binge-watching Star Wars. Go to... Now, where were we? Oh yeah, child soldiers, cannons, and Neil's impossible dream of galactic peace. Let's talk about why this episode is setting up a finale that might just blow the roof off. Literally. Stay tuned, Hollow Friends. All right, Hollow Friends, let's talk about the most overlooked star of Episode 4, SM-33. Our shiny metal friend might seem like just another grumpy warlord lackey, but I'm telling you, he's the key to the whole episode title, Can't Say I Remember No at Achrann. That title's all about memory and forgotten connections, and who better to dig into that than a droid literally built to hold data? SM-33 has been around longer than your last failed relationship, and something tells me his memory banks are packed with secrets. My theory? He's got vital intel. Maybe something about At Achrann's history, the child soldiers, or even the crew's own origins. Forget the cruise ship. This droid is the real treasure they'll need to survive. As for our beloved crew, here's what the galaxy thinks might go down. Neil's going to have some noble, self-sacrificing moment. Because of course he will. Wim? He's probably going to end up shooting that big gun. Fern? She's the obvious leader, so expect her to give some rousing speech right before everything goes sideways. And KB? Oh, KB's totally going to whip out some unexpected Lobot powers, because this is Star Wars and every Lobot apparently has a mystical destiny now. Thanks, Empire Strikes Back, for setting the bar way too high. And what about that title? Can't Say I Remember No at Achrann? I'm just going to say it. This title is clunkier than a Jawa's first pod racer. Is it about memory loss? An identity crisis? A writer who forgot to proofread? We may never know, but hey, it sounds mysterious, right? All in all, this episode had it all. Mistaken identities, clan wars, child soldiers, and a giant cannon that's basically begging to make some poor life decisions. Sure, the pacing was slower than a bantha on a treadmill, but at least we got some juicy setup for the next few episodes. Will the crew survive? Will the cannon fire? Will Neil ever find peace and quiet? Stick around and we'll find out together. Until next time, my Hollow Friends, keep your blasters charged, your droids sassy, and your cannons ready to fire. This has been Raven Witchwood's Hollow Hotline Recap Show. May the snark be with you.
Dialing numbers through the galaxy's grip. Raven's wit flies faster than any ship. Sarcastic whispers on the comlink call. Inside scoops echo in the docking hall.